In this video, we're going to talk about what is Brexit. Welcome to the Mullooly Asset Show. This is episode number 32. I'm your host, Tom Mullooly. 32 on the Mets. Well, meet the Mats. Stephen Matz from Ward Melville High School out on Long Island. There's another pretty well-known, well, for my age group, 32 is John Matlack, Rookie of the Year back in the 70s. He got drilled in the head with a line drive against Ralph Garr of the Braves hit it. But boy, two really good pitchers wearing number 32. There were plenty others, but those were the first ones that come to mind. So what we do in these videos is we talk about financial planning, we talk about money management, we talk about investing, and we talk about things that clients want to talk about. So if you've got a question, by all means, get in touch with us. You may wind up seeing it on an upcoming video. So Casey, what are we talking about today?
What's with all this Brexit talk on the news? What is that?
Okay, so Brexit is a made-up word where they're talking about the UK, Britain, exiting the European Union. They merge Britain, exit with, and they get Brexit. Good idea. But the whole idea is the UK is going to vote on whether to stay in the European Union, the EU, or to just bolt, leave the party. When most people hear that, they're like, so what? You know, we have Congress meeting and they don't accomplish anything. Or the Fed meets and it looks like they don't accomplish much either. So what's the big deal with Brexit? Why is this becoming such a huge deal? Brexit is actually a referendum. The entire UK, United Kingdom, gets to vote. If you're over the age of 18, you've gotten something, a card in the mail, you take that with a pencil and you go down to the polling place and you make your vote. Are we in or are we out? Can you believe it? I mean, people who are 18 years old or 25 years old or, you know, people who have been students or unemployed or just, who knows, everyone gets a vote. Now, the last time that they had a referendum like this was in 1975. It's been 40 years, and a lot of people in the UK are a little bent out of shape that they haven't had a say in all of this for 40 years. But the last time they did this in 1975, 67% of voters said that they wanted to stay in the EU. So what's going to happen if they were to leave the European Union? Well, let's talk about that first. What is the European Union? It's 28 countries. The whole idea behind this was, it was started after World War II. It's been around a long time. And they wanted to put together kind of like an association. The idea being nations that trade amongst each other won't go to war with each other. Not a bad thought. Hasn't always worked out that well. But they've been in the EU now for a long time. Like I said, they voted to see if they should stay or go back in 1975, and now they're going to vote again. So what could go wrong with something like this? Well, the EU, if they vote to leave, they can lose a lot of trade partners. That's going to be a problem. If they suddenly can't import things that they need, they're going to be subject to the laws of supply and demand. They could see prices on a lot of things skyrocket. That could really bring along some more poverty. I mean, it's just, I don't know if people are really thinking about all the consequences. They really need to think this through. I think that since there's a lot of trade partners involved, there could be some jobs at risk too. So hopefully people in the UK are taking their time and thinking about it. One of the primary reasons why they're putting this up for a referendum is because David Cameron, the Prime Minister, promised this when he ran for office in 2015. He said there will be a referendum. I think the general gist is that people in the UK they want a little more control over their borders. If you're in the EU, you don't need a visa to go from country to country. And they've paid billions and billions of pounds in fees that have gone to other nations to bail them out. They've got nothing in return. So this could really upset the markets because you were talking about, one of the more stable members of the EU bailing out. That could have an impact on Europe, and of course if Europe catches a cold, we're probably going to be sneezing later. So people are nervous about that. That's a really great question that we got about Brexit. If you've got a question, whether it has to do with what's going on now in the news or what's going on with, how to save more money for retirement or questions about investments, get in touch with us. You'll probably see it on a video coming soon. Thanks for watching.